Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Susan and Family TV. So, how are you all doing? Hope you are doing great. As for me and my daughter, we are doing super great by His grace, and I wish the same for you all out there. So, beautiful people, welcome to another chit chat video from Susan and Family. Hope you are watching our videos. Hope our video is entertaining to you. So today is another entertaining chit chat video. We are going to do this video together. I would love to see your opinion and I would love to see your comments about this video. Feel free to add your comment and add some points. I also want to learn from you as you get some lessons from this topic. So beautiful people, as you can see already on the topic, today's topic is there is a limit to advise a mother about her kids that she wouldn't get angry or offended, mostly when the kids are not yet 12 years. So that is our topic for today. So we are going to start from the beginning. I have some points I wrote already, so I'm going to be reading it out. I will be explaining it, the way I can. So one, I say, when people say you are too soft on your kids, you don't beat your kids. So there is a limit. When you are trying to advise a mother about how to bring up her kids, when you say to her, oh, woman or mother, you are too soft on your kids, you don't beat your kids. So it's like you are going extreme, acts of advice, given to a mother. There are some advice, there are some ways, you will talk to a mother, that she will appreciate your advice. But there are some ways that you will talk to mothers that the advice will look like, is it's like, I don't know how to put it, she can get angry, or it will lead to something else, like you telling a mother that she's too soft on her kids, she don't beat her kids. So if you are a mother out there, you are not soft on your kids, you don't beat your kid, you beat your kids. So you will not expect every mothers out there to beat their kids. Beating kids will not change them from their bad behavior. If you have a kid that is rude to you, if you have a kid that don't listen to you, if you have a kid that you did bring up properly, it was too late for you, then before you started beating the child. So you cannot expect, because you are not soft on your kids, or because you beat your kids, that other mothers have to do the same. No, not all mothers beat their kids, and not all mothers that are hard on their kids. So there are mothers like me. I bring up my daughter the way I was brought up. And the way I was brought up in Africa, from my family, they brought me up that I'm proud to say I am a responsible mother. So seeing myself being a responsible mother, so I think my family did a great job bringing me up. So that is the same steps that I use in bringing up my daughter. So there are many mothers out there like me who also are bringing up their kids the way they were brought up. I was not beaten when bringing up. I can count many times, my family maybe use a cane to hit me on my leg, even, not my lap, on my leg, maybe once in a year. Maybe that thing must be something that I did that was, maybe they have been warning me about, don't do it again, don't do it again, maybe once in a year. So if I'm okay, like I'm brought up that I'm being beaten maybe once in a year, you cannot expect me that any little thing my daughter does to me, I have to, like, beat her, because that was not how I was brought up. I was not brought up, beating at any little mistakes. Little mistake I make, my parents just bring the cane and they beat me. No, I was brought up, the way, advising me, this thing you did, don't do it again. Maybe once in a year, when I continue to do it, and they just take a cane, just once, not maybe continuously, they just take a cane and hit me on the leg. Because my uncle who brought me up, he grew up in England, he schooled in England, he did his university in England. He's a senior, brother to my father. So when my father died when I was 6 years old, so it was the one who brought me up. May so rest in peace, may the soul of my father rest in peace also. He's late now also. He brought me up in the way that he grew up in England. He grew with the university, with the white people in the university. It grew up with the system of the white people not beating kids at all time. So I grew up in that home where his advice, my uncle was giving to me and his kids, the way he brought up his kids, that is how he brought me up. He didn't say, oh, I'm the brother child, they have to be beating me, because I'm not the right. No, even in the community, in the area we were living, nobody knows that I was not the child. They were thinking I was his first child because they brought me up, responsible. I'm proud to say, beautiful people, if you are not proud to say you are a responsible mother, I'm proud to say I am one of the best responsible mother out there because of why the way I was brought up. So that is how I also bring my daughter up. So you will not expect every mothers out there to beat their kids because you beat your kids. Any little mistake your kids make, you beat them, you always shout on them, you are always hard on your kids, you are never soft on them. The kids, they don't have, they cannot even smile, they can't feel free even in their mother's home. It is strange. So I also continue, your kids are too fat or too slim. That is number two. So there's a limit, beautiful people, on how you are going to tell a mother, your kids are too fat, your kids are too slim. No, even if you want to say such thing, once in a while, maybe there's a way you say, oh, what are you giving to your kids, my friend? Maybe she will say, oh, but I can see that it's like they are increasing weight. There's a way you will put it that the mother of the child will not feel that maybe you are using a pesting words. So maybe there's a way you can put it that, oh, what do you give them? Do you add too much butter? Do you add too much oil? Do you give them too much fatty food? So she will take your advice and say that, oh, that means I have to try to limit the way I give my kids fat food. But if they are too slim also, there's a way you will talk to a mother, oh, what do you give to them? I think you have to increase more of little fat food. You have to give them more of yogurt. You have to give them more protein. That she can understand, than you just say, hey, your kids are too fat. Your kids are too slim. So it's somehow. So there are ways, a limit. There's a limit, you advise a mother about her kids that she won't get angry. No mother out there, beautiful people, even if you have a friend that say, yes, anything you like, say to my child, you can even beat my kids, is a lie. No mother out there will even allow you to say offensive words to her kids when she's right there with you. No mother will, even if she's smiling outside, but inside her she have grudges, against you already, for all those words, you are saying to the child. So we have to be careful the way we advise, women, the way we advise mothers about their kids, that they will not get angry. So I also have three. I wrote three. Your kids don't dress nice. You don't make your daughter's hair. Yeah, there's another point, because sometimes I see on YouTube, when I read the comments, some people will be complaining that people watching their videos are saying, oh, your kids don't dress nice, you don't do their hair regularly, and all. Every mother knows what is good for their kids, mostly daughters, beautiful people. Okay, like not dressing nice, there are some home, like let's give example, like in Africa, like my country where I come from, Nigeria. There are some homes, beautiful people, mothers and fathers, they don't even have enough money to buy food for the children. Talk less of maybe, buying too many clothes out there. So I'm privileged, I'm thankful to God that I have, that opportunity. I have, we have opportunity. God is blessing my child and I by his grace, not by my power, that I can buy clothes for my daughter. That is why sometimes you watch my videos, you see that I do shopping of clothes, shoes, things for my daughter, not for me. Because why? I have to budget the money we pay for the rent, for the bills, for eating, before I'll say I want to buy clothes for my daughter. You understand? So even when I'm buying the clothes, when I buy my daughter like 20 clothes, I will buy only one for myself, because I feel that when I buy 20 for her, I buy 10 for me, the money we are going to have, it will not be enough for us for the month. So I prefer to make her look more cute, more beautiful out there, with outfits, nice clothes on. But not all mothers have this privilege. Not all mothers have the opportunity. Not all mothers are working. Not all mothers, can have support from the government. Not all mothers have the money. Not all mothers, not all homes that their father and the mothers are working. They only have money to feed. They don't have money to clothe themselves the way you would expect them to do so. So even if you want to, even if you want to do such a thing, if you have enough clothes, your kids are no more wearing it, and you see some family out there that the kids don't look nice, you just wash the clothes, iron them, give them to the kids. Instead of you say your kids don't look nice, you don't make their hair. And concerning hair, like me, beautiful people, I make my daughter hair once in 3 months. That doesn't mean that I don't have the attachment or the extension to make her hair. No, I have it. Sometimes I buy it 5, 6, 7 in the home. I have it at home. That doesn't mean that I don't have the time to do her hair. I have the time. I do her hair myself. But I decided to start making her hair once in 3 months because I felt that the time I was doing her hair, every month her hair was always cutting. So I cut her hair in December 2019, everything, and we refresh again her hair. So I see that, when I started doing her hair, when people advise me, don't be, just allow her hair to stay, you understand? Let it, the more the hair stays with the extension, the more it gets longer, before losing it. So I took the advice, and beautiful people, I can see really that once in 3 months, once in 2 months that I do my daughter hair. I did a video of it, of the hair I did for her, I think last month. You can see the hair is very long. It's like I've done it for 4 or 5 years, but it's just like a year and some months. So not every parents will love to be doing their kids hair every time. And when you do, you put your hands in the kids hair every time. They can have headache. Even some can have rashes. Some can have boils because why? Kids hair are not, even when they're up to more than 10 years, their skull is not still like strong, like parents skull. So it's not for you to be shaking your hand every time inside their skull, inside their brain, in the name of you want to change their style every month. If you do that, you change your kids hairstyle every month, it's okay for you. But we mothers that don't change our kids hair style every month, we do it once in 2 months, we do it once in 2 months, in 3 months, doesn't mean that we don't have the time to do it, doesn't mean that we don't have the extension to do it. So let's continue. So I also have I wrote, your kids don't know how to clean the house, your kids don't know how to cook. These people saying all these things forget to know that there is time for everything. Yeah, beautiful people, there's time for everything in this life. Kids, you will say to a mother, her kids don't know how to clean the house. What is your business about that? If your kids start to clean your house when they were 6 years old, doesn't mean that other kids have to start to clean the house at the age of 6. If your kids start to cook at the age of 6 years, doesn't mean other mothers allow their kids to start to cook at the age of 6 years. The gas is dangerous to cook on. The kids that are not up to 12 years, if you are not there, you can't tell. There is a lady here in Belgium. Years ago, I know her. The child got burnt. The child got burnt. One side of the face is, oh my God, I don't know. I pray that by now I don't know how the child, well, but the mother was there in the kitchen. The child was close to the mother in the kitchen. So gas is dangerous. Any cooking things, whether it's like Africa style cooking and it's dangerous. You have to know that before you allow your kids to cook by themselves. When you are not there, you have to be sure that is what they can do. You are comfortable about that. You are not afraid when you are out, you are anywhere, that they will be burnt by gas, or they will, put fire in the house. So cooking, how to clean the house, how to teach kids how to cook depends on each individual mothers. So if your kids start to cook at 6, your kids are cleaning your home at 6, doesn't mean that other mothers allow their kids to start to clean the house at 6 years. Doesn't mean that other mothers allow their kids to start to cook at 6 years. I will give an example of myself. The home I was brought up, I'm telling you, beautiful people, up to my SS3, I was not allowed to cook. But today, watch my YouTube channel, beautiful people. I can cook off white people food. There is no white food. There is no white food, spaghetti, indomie. There is no way you are going to tell me to prepare it that I cannot make it nice to a lovely taste. I can cook white people food. I can cook all Africa food. But I who knows how to cook today and tomorrow and forever. When I was in SS3 in the secondary school, SS class 6 in the secondary school, the home I was brought up, I was not allowed to be cooking. But today, so that is why I say there is time for everything. Let's allow our children to grow. Let's bring them up, responsible, caring, thinking first about their academics, about their knowledge, about their academics, about how they will concentrate, you understand, on their academics, than maybe you forcing your child at the age of 6, go there, go and clean, go and do that, go and throw that. Let's continue, So, and cleaning, beautiful people. When I was growing up, I never cleaned. I never cleaned. The home I was brought up, there was a nanny in the home who cleaned the house every time the house is dirty. But every Saturday, when my uncle and the wife they leave the house, instead of the nanny is cleaning this side, the parlor living side, cleaning the houses, because it was like 3 houses in one compound. You understand? When she's cleaning this side, before my uncle, may so rest in peace, and the wife, and before they come from out, I will help the nanny, cleaning other places. But I was not asked to do that. That was how I learned how to clean. Not that maybe they taught me, go and clean, you must go and clean. Even up to my wife was saying, oh, just look at, mentioning my traditional name, that I'm a big girl, that my uncle, they should allow me to be doing things. My uncle said, no, that's the brother's daughter, his niece is not here to cook for you. You are my wife. You have to clean. You have to cook. You have to cook. You have a nanny that do other things, cleaning the house, taking care of the home. But for cooking, up to cooking, beautiful people, like what I said now, I never cooked in my uncle's house. I was not allowed, because when my uncle told the wife that the day will come and meet me cooking in the kitchen, they are going to go back to their father's house. I'm telling you. But today I know how to cook. I can clean. When I clean a place that is like must, that is dirty, when I clean it, it will be glinted like something new. How did I do it? Because there is time for everything in life. Let's allow our kids to concentrate on their studies. There is time. A mother will say, come and start. There is a time. Yes, I'm waiting the time when I know that I'm fully. My daughter knows how to cook. She knows how to bake, because sometimes they do it in the school. I don't allow her to do it, but sometimes when I'm cooking, she will say, Mama, I want to help you. But I don't say to her, she'll come and join me. We do the cooking together. And in her room, she does the cleaning herself. I don't even say to her, for you to know there's time for everything. She's 11 plus, going to 12 years. By God's grace, this year she will be 12. Now she arranged her clothes herself, which I never told her. She started it herself. So there is time for everything, beautiful people. She started cleaning, arranging her bed herself, arranging her clothes by herself, arrange them in the closet, even better than the way me and mother do it. So for you to know, there is time for everything. So I also believe when it's cooking time, when it's time for her to start cooking, she knows that the way the mother cook already, she sees me when I'm cooking sometimes, it's not going to take a day before she starts cooking. There is time for everything. If you allow your kids to be cleaning the house at the age of 6, if you allow your kids to be cooking at the age of 6, other mothers cannot be the same. So there is time for everything. So I also wrote, your kids don't go to school by themselves. Yeah, there are some women out there who always complain, oh, you take your kids to school, you bring them from school. Why don't you allow them to go to school by themselves? You saying all this because why? Most of these women saying you don't allow your kids to go to school by themselves, you always take them to school, you always bring them from school. Sometimes most of these women I wrote, they who are lazy, they can't get up in the mornings to take their kids to school, and they don't also care of their kids to bring them back from the school, mostly when the kids are under 12 years. You understand? Like in Italy, where I gave birth to my daughter, when your kids is found not up to 12 years, they're always noticing that your kid is not up to 12 years and your kid is always going to school by him or herself. I'm coming by him or herself. One day you will surprise. You say your kids go to school. The police will just take your child in Italy and take them to where they take care of kids. I'm telling you, if you cannot take care of your kids, so why do you bring them to the world? That is what Italian police will ask you. So when your kids is up to 18 years, they will tell the kids, do you want to go back to your family, to your parents, or you want to start your life? So they will be monitoring you. Since you are sleeping in the night, you are sleeping in the morning. Maybe some of them, it's only their husbands that go to work. The women, they don't do anything. They're in the house. But ooh, they will be sleeping instead of taking their kids to school. When you try that in Italy, I'm telling you, where I gave birth to my daughter before we came to Belgium, when they notice you, grad, they'll be noticing you, they'll be videoing the child every time. One day, you say your child go to school. Your child, the police will take your kid and they will take them to where they're taking care of children. So there is time for everything. But when the child is more than 12 years, the child is more sensible. The child knows the street. Our kids know the street more. They know where to take the bus. They know where to take the tram. They know where the school is. They know where to drop. They know how to go to school and come back. Without you, you are not panicking. Even you that is leaving your kids and say, oh, at 8 years, she can go to school by herself. He can go to school by herself. You yourself, you are not free. Wherever you are panicking. Your heart is big, big, big. So instead of you panicking, why don't you just take the child to school? Take your time and bring this child from school. Here in Europe, even, I think it's also in Africa, there's a school that most schools, like my daughter's school, they close 6 o'clock. So when I'm starting work by God's grace, I'll make sure that at least 5 o'clock I close from work, that I can get to a school before 6. That is the closing hour. You understand? So you bring your child from school. From 12 years, you can allow your kids go anywhere, go to the school, come from school. Depends. But if you do it and it favors you, doesn't mean that you want other mothers to allow their kids, when their kids is 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, they can go to school by themselves and come from school by themselves. So that is why I said there is a limit to how you advise a mother, that she will not get angry, or she will not get offended. Mostly when she know that her kid is not yet 12 years old. So let's continue. So I wrote, sis, you over pamper your kids. Yes, we mothers, we have to over pamper. Yeah, sis, is you over pamper your kids. And I say, yes, we mothers, we have to over pamper our kids with God grace with us. Till our kids are adults, we when our kids start telling us, mommy, we are now adults. Yeah, it's our duty, we mothers, beautiful people. Most homes, their husbands, fathers are working. It's only the mothers, that are there for them. Then we, the single mothers, I'm doing the duty of a mother. I'm doing the duty of a father. So the only way I can allow my daughter to have peace of mind, happiness in the home, happy and rejoicing with me, is for me to papa her. At this age is now, when my daughter is 18 years by God's grace, when I'm still papa her, she will start telling me, Mama, no, I'm not more a little kid. I'm not an adult. Yeah, that is it. From 18, when our kids are 18 years, we cannot pamper them the way we are doing now. So there is time for everything. So I wrote 7 to people out there, mostly women, to people out there, mostly women. I'm talking to mostly women who complain that we mothers are too soft on our kids. Don't you think when you use your kids at home, sometimes it will result your kids thinking if you are their real mother? Yes, that is another point. And then 8, we are in a civilized world that kids knows if their mother are good to them or not. So now this number 9 is going to the single mothers like me. So because I see so many single mothers, sometimes I'm the type, I don't like to talk, you understand? But when they see that you don't like to talk all the time, you keep secret, you keep things, they think maybe you don't know what you are doing. My eyes have seen a lot of single mothers, what they do to their kids, which the government don't even know, you understand? So now this is going to the single mothers. Single mothers, many of we, the single mothers, we see the way many of we, the responsible single mothers, not all single mothers are irresponsible. Many, yes, I'm proud to say I'm a responsible single mother. Many of we, the single mothers, we see the way you irresponsible single mothers who complains that responsible mothers like us are too soft on our kids. We see the way you irresponsible single mothers leave your kids, yeah, alone at night. We see it. I see, yeah. The way you irresponsible single mothers, I've seen a lot here in Belgium. I've seen the way you irresponsible single mothers leave your kids, not even with someone. Like some time ago, when my daughter will go to people's houses, she and her husband, they will go out, will take care of the kids. No, these ones, they will leave the kids in the home at night. And these kids I'm talking about, some will be baby. Some will be 1 year, some will be 2 years, some will be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They will leave the kids in the home, go to club, go to party, go to hustle, and come to the house the next day without, they will not even fear anything. The next thing they will tell you, yes, the kids is in the hands of God. Yeah, our kids are in the hands of God. Our God is the one protecting our kids. We the mothers, what are we there for? What are we there for? When God gave us the kids, did God just throw the kids and give it to us that we should just fold our hands? God gave us the kids. Okay, yeah, for that reason, oh yeah, let God carry on now and be taking care of the kids. So a child that a child that you cannot take care of as a mother, why bring the child to the world? A child that that you cannot take care of, you cannot proud to say that, oh, I am a responsible mother. Why bring a child to the world that you know that you cannot take care of? So I also wrote continuously. We see how you irresponsible mothers ignore your kids when your boyfriend comes to your houses. Yeah, I've seen a lot. We're a single mothers here, and they are the ones who have the big mouths that are complaining. Oh, you single mothers, you don't allow your child to go to school. She don't cook, she don't clean, this than that. But they are the ones that are irresponsible, which the government don't even know. So I wrote, you irresponsible single mothers, ignore your kids when your boyfriend comes to your houses. You forget to know that your boyfriend can never abandon or ignore his kids because of you. As stupid as these irresponsible single mothers are, their boyfriends will come. They are not married to this man. They don't have a kid with this man. Their boyfriend will come. They will abandon their kids because of their boyfriends. They will ignore their kids because of their boyfriend, of which their own boyfriend try. You a irresponsible single mother at the try one day and say, okay, go to your boyfriend house and see if the kids are with him. Maybe that period your boyfriend is also a single father, and the kids come around, like it's his weekend, the kids come around. You just go there and see if you spend 10 hours there, and see if your boyfriend will even have time for you for 10 minutes. Your boyfriend will concentrate on his kids. He will not even care about you. You understand? But you, when your boyfriend come, oh yes, my boyfriend, because if they give me the thing now, my children cannot do me the thing. You understand? So you abandon your kids, ignore your kids, of which your boyfriend cannot ignore his kids because of you, not even for a minute. So let's continue. You also forget that your boyfriend cannot live you also forget that your boyfriend can live your life at any time. Yes, your boyfriend is not married to you. He's not the father of kids. They live your life at any time. He's not married to you. You don't have kids with him. He's just your boyfriend. You're a single mother. You're a boyfriend. And you put him on your head, not on your shoulder. You put your boyfriend on your head, not on your shoulder. Your boyfriend can leave you at any time. By God's grace, our kids stays with us. Our kids will take good care of us when we get old. So our kids that will take good care of us when we get old, don't you think that they need our attention this time? Don't you think they need our love this time? Don't you think they need our care this time? Don't you think they need, the best out of us as a mother, so that when we get old, by God's grace, they can take good care of us? So let's continue. I also wrote, some of these kids brought up by mothers who make them think if she is their real mother. Yeah, some of these kids brought up by these irresponsible single mothers, they make these kids to think, is this their real mother? Sometimes because of the thinking these kids have will lead to them having stress. Yeah, because of the thinking these kids will have, how their mother is maltreating them, will lead to kids having stress. Beautiful people, not only adults have stress, kids have stress when they think too much, like irresponsible mothers out there that are saying, oh, you pamper your child too much, you don't take her to school, they don't clean, they don't cook. You irresponsible mother are there saying all these things. When you overstress your child, when you abandon, when your child begin to feel that you are not his or her mother, you see that the child begin to have stress. And this way, and you will see that this child, this kid, this kind of kids sometimes cannot concentrate in classes. You will see that this kind of kids having stress because of their mothers. They cannot concentrate in classes, even at schools. They are thinking because they are not comfortable living with their mom at home. So now, in conclusion, I wrote, the way you treat your kids depends if they will take care of you, take care of their mothers when their mother gets old. Yeah, beautiful people, the way you treat your kids now will determine if your kid will take care of you when you get old. So, beautiful people, let's know, let's have a limit on how to advise a mother about her kids, that she wouldn't get offended. So, beautiful people, hope you learned something. I'll be wanting to do this video. I'm grateful to God by giving me the grace that I did this video today. Hope, beautiful people, you learned something from this video, from these few points I just mentioned, and about the way I discuss about this topic. I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to subscribe to Susan and Family TV, and please do share this video. We will see you in our next video by His grace. We love you. Once again, remember the topic. There is a limit on how you advise a mother, about her kids, that she wouldn't get angry or offended, mostly when the kids are not